Hey, ain't you kind of boy KT?
Oh, what's up? You looking for me? Hey, what's up with the Coyote gang? Oh! Hey, y'all don't know what it is. Y'all already know who it is. You know what I'm saying? Boy, Coyote boy KT now. Hey, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you better. Check it out. 17. Hey, what's going down with the KOYOTEPACK? What's good? How y'all doing, man? It's been a little minute, man, but you know what I'm saying, I'm back in it to win it. Y'all see the camera on, so y'all already know. Hey, if you're new to the channel, stand back like I always say. KOYOTEPACK, if you're a part of the game, y'all know what time it is. Oh, y'all already know what it is. Y'all know who it is. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy KT, man, and y'all back on that channel, man. Hey, so I got an interesting video for you guys today. Y'all see the thumbnail, and yes, we will be working on Scarlet GT. And pretty much just to get down to the order of business, I am working on the cooler system on the car. The car has been running hot. It's running hot on me twice. But just to kind of go through the steps with you guys, that way if you have a similar problem, not just with a Mustang GT, with any vehicle, pretty much the cooling system is pretty standard in most vehicles. So just to kind of go over some things, you know, the first thing, you know, you want to always start with is if your car's running hot, make sure that you have enough cooling in there. You know what I'm saying? This car did have enough cooling, but of course the car ran hot, so cooling ran out. So I ended up replacing the coolant, and the first thing or the order of business that I want to check was to make sure my thermostat was functional or non-functional. And based on what I found out, the thermostat was not the issue. I actually have another thermostat, but the reason I knew it wasn't an issue because I ended up filling the car with water, and I ended up taking this thermostat out, and the car was still running hot. Most of the time these thermostats do stick, and when they stick, the car does run hot. But if there's no thermostat in there and the car is running hot, then that means that was not the issue. Okay. I also ran a radiator flush in this car just to make sure that I got all the, you know, gunk and rust and stuff out of the car if there was any. If you guys seen another one of my videos, this radiator is relatively brand new. Okay, so that's not the issue. This fan shroud on here, sometimes that be one of the things that us as people, we kind of mistake and overlook. But this fan shroud right here is brand new. I had to end up replacing it because the bolts that came out of my other fan shroud, the bolts backed out of the fan clutch, and it was hitting up against the blades. But my bolts were coming out towards the inside. I guess it was the factory fan, so the bolts was backing off on the inside. So I was like, you know what? You know, if the bolts are coming out the motor, the blower motor on the fan, hey, just replace the whole fan. So that's new. Also, another thing is a coolant temp sensor. Now, I knew this was an issue because my coolant temperature in the car does work. It lets me know when it runs hot. It lets me know when it's at operating temp, so it just doesn't sit lazy like on cold or hot and just be sitting there. So the coolant temperature sensor actually works in this vehicle. Okay, so the next order of business is, I know y'all say blown head gasket. Now, y'all don't know, so 4.6 motors are pretty doable. Kind of hard to blow a head gasket. And when I got this car, the heads have been ported and stuff already, so got a brand new head gaskets on there and machined heads. And if you want to check that theory, you can always pull your coil plugs on each side, kind of, you know, check them. I actually did that. There was no water on the plugs whatsoever, and plus the car did not run rough at all. Okay, so going through all that, now we're down to the water pump. which is what I believe the issue is, and it is the issue. The reason why, like I said, the thermostat wasn't clogged up, brand new radiator, brand new fan shroud, and so with my car being at operating temperature, but it was running hot faster than the temperature gauge can keep up, then that means the water pump isn't circulating. And no, your water pump doesn't have to leak necessarily for it to be bad. If it's not circulating, then the coolant will just be sitting in the engine, and you can only run the heater to kind of back pressure the system for so long, because when you come to like city streets and like the stop signs and the stoplights, then the temperature will be then caught up with the engine as far as running hot before even the temperature gauge will. But the temperature gauge will end up running hot, but the motor will end up running hot and coming out of the overflow tank, and that's where most of my coolant was coming out. It wasn't coming out nowhere else except for here. And so yes, I'm gonna show you guys how to pretty much change the water pump, and you will see me put a brand new thermostat, and we're gonna test this theory by filling it up with coolant, and then seeing if the car maintains its pressure. So the first order of business that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up, just to get more room, I'm gonna end up taking this hose off. You might can do it without it, but just to clear this out the way, I think it's two 10mm bolts. Bag them off, pull the thermostat housing off, then you have clearance to this pulley that you will have to remove, and then the water pump is sitting behind here. So let's get to it. I have my 3/8 ratchet in there, but before I take this belt off, we're gonna take this bolts out the pulley first. That way the belt can actually hold tension and the pulley won't spin while we're trying to take the bolts out. Then after you take the bolts out, use the 3/8 ratchet, push it down, move the tensioner, and then it actually release the belt. You can release it right here. Then you'll slide this pulley off, and then the bolts behind it will be exposed. Alright, bolts are out the water pump pulley. Belt is pushed back. Now let's see what happens. Boom, pulley comes off just like that. Just pretty much set that to the side. Then, like I say, you have 4 bolts. You have 1, 2, 3. There's one on the bottom right there. Easy access. So pretty much we're gonna take them out, and then, all right, you guys, so all the bolts are out the water pump, and pretty much you just kind of tug at it. And if it don't come out, then get you like a pry bar or like a flathead screwdriver, and then you'll be able to get up like in one of these corners and kind of pry it off. Let me get my flathead and see what we got. Alright, you guys, so I got a little space. You probably can barely see it, like right off in there. I got my flathead in there, and I'm gonna take this bar and just kind of beat down in there, just kind of see if I can loosen it up. And it looks like it's coming. So yeah, so just pry something in there, get something, just kind of beat the screwdriver in to kind of separate it from the block, and then see if we can get it. Alright, you guys, so after prying and prying and prying, as you can see, I finally have a little gap on that side and that side. Let's see. It's gonna come out. Water pump is out. Look at that rush of water. Might be why the water pump stopped working. But let's get that cleaned off, and I'm gonna compare the two water pumps. Alright, you guys, so this is the old water pump, and as you can see, it is rusted like real bad, really on the corners. Off in between, it's kind of rusted off in there in between. Might be the reason why it just stopped working. As you can see, brand new seal. It's perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this on, and pretty much you're just gonna do everything in reverse order. And actually have cleaned it out. We took some brake clean, kind of sprayed off in there, cleaned around the edges so make sure the new gasket seals properly. So let's get this in here and then see what we have in the end. Alright you guys, so I have all the bolts back in the water pump, and as you can see, what you want to do is you don't want to just put them around in a circle, put the bolts back in the circle, because you want this to be on flush. So what you do is you hand tighten like here, here, bottom or top or bottom, because you want to get like a cross or like a star shaped pattern. That way it'll seat correctly and then it's evenly flush. Okay, so I did like right, left, bottom, top, and then I made sure there's no gaps on the sides, which there's not. That way you won't have to do this again because now you're leaking because you didn't put it on properly. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pulley on and hand tighten the bolts. We're going to do that next because, you know, you got to put it on reverse order. So yeah, let me do that, you guys. I hope you learned something thus far, and then I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so that's the old thermostat. This is the new one. I'm actually going to replace it, even though this wasn't the main issue. But since I replaced the water pump and I got this under warranty anyway, I'm just going to replace the thermostat. Then too, I drained the system, you know what I'm saying? So all the solution that was cleaning the engine out with is probably, you know, on here too. So, you know, just best just to change it out. That way you know, safe and sorry. So let me get this in here. Then we're gonna fill it up with coolant and see what we got. What's going on, you guys? I'm in the car right now, actually driving. I'm actually headed to work. I want to show you guys the progress I made so far. You see the temperature gauge is pretty much where the way normal operates at. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and show you guys again after I get to my job, which is about 30 minutes away from where I'm at right now. And then we're gonna check the temperature and make sure the car's not running hot. And then if I make it work, we're good, baby. Alright, you guys, this is the final take. As you can see, it's holding that big pressure. Big pressure, it's holding that big pressure. So you guys, that will be the end of this video. I hope this helps, you know, anybody that has any questions about how the cooling system works in the vehicle. Well, here you go. Also, I know I probably didn't mention the heater core. The heater core is also a component, but I didn't really touch on the heater core because I actually have heat in the vehicle. So I knew the heater core wasn't clogged up. So also, if you do change the water pump in the vehicle, if it's not too much of a hassle for you, just go and change out the coolant temp sensors as well. I haven't did it yet, but I'm about to go get it from AutoZone, like a couple bucks, like 12 bucks. I'm about to go get it from AutoZone, just replace it, you know, this way, that way it can be in sync with the water pump, you know. Just a little stuff, you know. The more you take care of your car, the more your car takes care of you, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you guys, like I said, that's it for this video. KOYOTEPACK, I appreciate y'all for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Rocking with your boy. And y'all know how we do it. More to the game, man. Big pack. Hey, what a day. It's every day, all day. It's more than the game. We are packed. So till then, y'all know what's fun.